video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and with me today is one half of Tag Team Valkyrie, Purple Valkyrie. Thank you so very much for being here this morning with us.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to the Wrench of Wrenches, Chris Persia, Lord Thoth, Dave G. Sound, the Guardian of the Void, Lady Mist, Robert Pearson, the Rooster in the Hen House, Dave Bob, Dave G. Sound, Sit Room, Professor Brainy Specs, Broken Entertainment, the Doctor of Destruction and Disaster, Adega Outlaw, Derek McManus, good morning. Mary's Game Room, Colin P. Smith, good morning. Samantha Joe, the other half of Tag Team Valkyrie, Gun Bunny, good morning, everyone. Sit Room, how's everybody out there doing? It is Monday. Yeah. And before we get started here, I've got a couple of things to go through. We have got a $20 super chat from Psychodorf 9. And he says in a Joe Piscopo voice, game report, new captain, good landing anyway, facility taken, airlock broken, slaves freed, information hacked, slavers, remember the airlock, spores, wick cleanup, film at 11. Thank you so very much. And there is only one skull benefiting that super chat, brother, and we're gonna give it to you. You ready, Purple?
I'm ready.
Skull! Little Gojira in the morning. And we have a $10 super chat from Eris of Chaos, the Battle Angel. Don't know anything about this franchise, but I've heard it honors what came before and builds on it in a respectful way. Who knew that was a thing people were still willing to do? Gives me hope. Indeed, it does, Battle Angel. And we're going to bring some fire for you on this Monday morning. Skull! Yes, a little fire and mischief on that Monday morning to get you ready for the rest of the week. Thank you so very much, Eris and Psycho Dwarf. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. Skull. Now, before we get to Cobra Kai. I want to give a big shout out to Rambling Canuck and Admiral Oliver Franklin Doom. They are kicking ass over at History with R&R. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for giving us a good history show, something we can sit back, watch, and enjoy without current day politics filtering in and ruining everything. Big
Absolutely.
shout out. Yes.
Fantastic channel. Absolutely love it. And they're
Absolutely.
almost 100 subs.
They are, yes, they're going to be at 100 subs before the end of the year. Thank you guys so very much for doing the work that you were doing, for bringing us those History with R&R episodes and letting us all be a part of it. You guys have reached out to different communities. You've reached out to ours. You've reached out to people that come to your show. You've reached out and you've got people doing awesome voice work for your short clips. And guys, that's just awesome. Thank you. Big thank you from Valhalla. We totally support you guys. If you guys ever need anything, let us know. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
We do. They absolutely rock. It is just the best channel for history at the moment.
And Chris Persia, thank you. The link is in chat, guys. If you want to check out History with R&R, it is right there. Thank you guys so very, very much. Thank you, Chris, for throwing that in there. And a £5 super chat from the Gesture of Sin. Perfect antidote to my crappy weekend. The dulcet tones of Loki on a Monday. Fired up, brother. You want fire? You want fire, Jester? You want fire? I think Gesture of Sin wants some fire, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ask and thou shalt receive, brother. Skull! Yeah, a little fire and brimstone in the morning to wake you up Monday morning and get your week going right. Thank you so very much, Gesture of Sin. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. And you know what? Someone asked me the other day, Loki, does it bother you that people are, saying you guys are keeping the lights on, or you guys keep, you started that whole thing, keep the fires burning bright? No, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. The further that spreads, the better, because we take care of our communities. We love our communities. We take care of our communities. And I love it that people are saying, you guys keep the fires burning bright, or you guys are keeping the fires lit, however you want to put it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
As you say, we rise together.
That's right. We grow and rise together. And I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be prouder. Valhalla sets an example, and I absolutely am honored. Anytime I hear that, I am honored to know that it has spread like that. So let's talk Cobra Kai. Let's stop talking about,
Hell yeah.
Let's talk Cobra Kai. 1984 All Valley Tournament under 18 championship. Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso. And Fat Steven Seagal with a $2 super chat. Does take care mean lock us up in padded rooms? Sometimes. Yes, sometimes. Depends how crazy you are. It absolutely depends on how crazy you are, Fat Steven. And thank you so very much, brother, for the super chat. And we've got another one coming at you, folks, if I can find it. If I can, oh, there it is. All right, you ready, Purple?
Ready.
Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Thank you so very much for that $2 Canadian super chat, Pat Steven. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla, brother. Thank you. And Spoiled Quinn Baby Doll, good morning, says, loving purple Valkyrie's avatar. Thank you so much. Jitsy Lemons is the one who put that together.
He is
Absolutely awesome. You're rocking it.
artist extraordinaire. We love him.
Absolutely awesome. You guys are rocking it. Project Storytime. Good morning. Hail, everyone. And special thanks to YouTube for not sending me the notification. Yeah. YouTube's had issues.
Yeah, I'm just glad we're here with you guys after what happened this morning.
Yeah, nobody was on YouTube this morning. Early in the wee hours of the morning, nobody was on YouTube. Everything was off and shut down. Funny how that works in the middle of the night.
Pressed the wrong button, apparently. Yeah.
Someone shouldn't have been pressing buttons at all. Not the morning to be pressing dollars.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. So when I heard this was coming, I was like, man, please tell me this is not going to be like next Karate Kid shit.
Ooh, yes.
The last two Karate Kid movies were not that good. I loved the first two. Absolutely loved the first two. And good morning, Captain Shrek. Good morning, brother. I absolutely love the first two. The first two movies are so great. Great music, good stories. You got Mr. Miyagi kicking ass and taking names. They were so good. And the third movie kind of fell off the face of the map. It was not good.
No, they stretched the franchise too far.
Yeah, and then you had the next Karate Kid, and that wasn't no. It's like what? There was a fourth movie. Yeah, it didn't have Daniel in it,
and a remake that we don't talk about.
Yeah, and a remake. Oh my lord, I completely forgot about that. A remake, and it had Jackie in it, and I was like, okay, all right, if they're gonna bring Mr. Miyagi back, at least okay, Jackie Chan, I can dig that. And then I watched it, and I was like, eh.
To be fair, Jackie was probably the best thing about that film, but yeah,
he was the only good thing about that film. No offense to Will Smith's kid. He did the job he was given, but it's just one of those movies that you don't talk about. You don't talk about it. Nobody talks about it anymore. The original is the original. You can't remake. You gotta, if you're going to do anything with Karate Kid, you have to do what they've done. You have to bring back the cast, bring back the people that made it great, bring back that 80s kick-ass feeling, Every time I watch too, I can't help but sing along with that scene where Daniel and Kumiko are running down to the castle, and it's got the 80s power ballad, like a knight in shining armor from a long time ago. You can't help but like sing that shit and get into that, especially if you lived it. If you were there and you lived it, there's nothing like it.
Yes. See, that's the big thing about the 80s, the films, especially the Karate Kid films. If you were a kid in the 80s, you could, you know exactly what they were living through. So it kind of resonates with you.
I almost changed the intro. I was like, should I change the intro and do you're the best of the world? Yeah, I when they're at the tournament and Daniel's kicking everybody's ass, I so wanted to do that. And I was like, no, I don't want to get copyright struck this morning. You can't have a Karate Kid movie in China being taught Kung Fu. It's not karate. It is not karate. The way of the open hand, the way of the closed fist, which is the Cobra Kai way. It's not karate. No, it's Kung Fu. It is Kung Fu. And take it easy, Project Storytime. Glad you're lurking, brother. Thank you for being here.
Have a good day.
So, NB Geek, Loki, best episode for me is season 2 where Johnny and his friends from part 1 go. Oh, dude. Man. So we all know Johnny had this like legion of followers, these sheep that followed him around. And then one guy, the one guy from the original movie that's like, no, leave him alone, man. He's had enough. He ends up dying of cancer in season 2. But before that happens, they go on this bike ride. And the fact that they were playing the music from when they rode up in that first movie on their dirt bikes, it's chilling. And you can't help but get upset. These guys that picked on Daniel, and the one guy that was like, leave him alone, he's had enough. The one guy that kind of stuck up, the one guy who didn't act like a sheep, that stood up to Johnny, their leader, is the guy that's in the hospital. And you're just like, it's emotional. This show gets you. This series gets you. And anyone that loves those movies will watch this series and just, it's just, there's these moments where you're like, son of a bitch, they went there, you know? Like when he's talking, when Daniel's putting up the pictures of the senseis of Miyagi-Do karate, all the pictures that were in the home, in Kumiko's home in 2, where Miyagi took him to the dojo, and these are the masters of Miyagi-Do karate. And Daniel's putting those up, and then he puts up Miyagi's picture next to him, and he's like, I've got a lot to live up to, don't I? And you're just like, you sons of bitches. You sons of bitches. You know, what's wrong, Loki? I've been cutting onions. Leave me the fuck alone.
Got something in my eye.
I got something in my eye. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's one of those shows that does everything it can to honor the original movies. And Captain Trek, Loki, I got to watch a few episodes before I lost access to Netflix. Dude, if you can find a way to watch them, watch them. That's all I've got to say. This is a series that honors what came before it. And it does it in such a way. Holy shit. Look who's in chat. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a one-legged Mexican heading back to Valhalla home for arrival in 24 hours. Brown Hawk 1 inbound.
Awesome.
So I was going to leave that. Oh, God. You hid Robert Pearson, Mexican Iron Man. You hid Robert Pearson. If you can't get him unhidden, okay. Mexican Iron Man butt band Robert Pearson. Robert Pearson, you'll be back in just a moment, brother. You'll be back in just a moment. He sent him to the void. Lady Mist, Valhalla member down. Get to the void and bring back Robert Pearson. Oh, and a $9.99 super chat from Mexican Iron Man. I was going to leave that. I didn't know if anybody knew that. But guys, now you know Mexican Iron Man will be here for Taco Tuesday tomorrow, and it's going to be one hell of a show. But for the return, I've got to play this because I know he loves it. I know he loves it. Just for you, Mexican Iron Man. Skol!
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes! Little Spartans on a Monday morning. And they missed what? Yeah. Lady missed. Mexican Iron Man accidentally butt banned Robert Pearson into the void. He's safe now. We got him back. Oh, thank you, Samantha Joe. It's dark in there. Lady Mist, yes. Oh shit. And man, Mexican Iron Man's hot to trot this morning. Kisses to Purple and Sam Joe. Oh, Mexican Iron Man. Yes, Mexican Iron Man will be here tomorrow. So What did you think of the original? Was it something that you grew up watching? Was it something that, was a part of your childhood?
It was. I mean, like you said, growing up in the 80s, I think pretty much everyone of the same age, we all watched these films. Puppy! But I think growing up as well, it was kind of more of a guy's film. I know that sounds terrible, but it didn't resonate with me as much as like it did with my guy friends or my brother, which is why I was so surprised that Cobra Kai was announced. It was one of those films. It's a cult classic. At least the first two are, but it's not one that I would have guessed would have been such a successful spin-off and make such a successful series out of. Especially bringing back the original cast, I think that is a huge deal.
Yeah, and the cast in this, the fact that they were to bring, of course, you can't bring back Pat Morita because he has passed away.
Yes,
He's no longer with us. They do a very heartfelt scene, multiple heartfelt scenes about Mr. Miyagi. But yeah, he is gone. He is gone. And a $5 super sticker, a Yorkie doing karate from Spoiled Quinny Baby Doll. Thank you so very much, Spoiled Quinny Baby Doll, for the $5 super sticker with the Yorkie kicking ass and taking names. Thank you. And let me see if I have, what do we got here? What do we got here? We'll throw some havoc at you, the guys, this morning. Skull! Thank you so very much, Spoiled Quinny Baby Doll. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. And Colin P. Smith asks, Loki, having only seen the first movie or two, where does Cobra Kai come from? Cobra Kai was the name of Johnny's dojo. Cobra Kai was the name of the dojo that Johnny was a part of, the guys that were kicking the shit out of Daniel LaRusso in the first movie. And Kapla World, it's Bird of Prey 5. I hope you don't mind that I said that, Bird. But I was throwing you out there. So I assume that was okay to say Kapla World. It's Bird of Prey 5 when I'm saying hail to Bird of Prey 5. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, so Cobra Kai is the name of the dojo that Johnny was at. And oh man, a super sticker, a $2 super sticker from Lady Mist, and the Yorkie is now throwing hearts. Or is it throwing hearts or is it farting hearts? I can't tell. It's like dancing and hearts are coming out from behind it. Thank you so very much, Lady Mist, for that $2 super sticker. Thank you. And let's see what we got here. Oh, I know what she wants. I remember, Lady Mist. I remember. Skull! You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla and Dave G Sounds. It's just blowing kisses from its rear. Oh, shit. Loki knows what the lady wants. Oh my.
Good choice. Good choice.
I remember. Oh. The way they did this, though, there's always been two ways to view Karate Kid. And I could not believe this. The first time I heard of this, I had to really think about it. Daniel is a kid that got picked on. He's a kid that got his ass kicked. He didn't do anything wrong. He got jumped by 5 Cobra Kais towards the middle of the movie. And that's where Miyagi comes in and intervenes. But then there's another way to look at it. And I had to really think about this when I heard about it the first time. Daniel inserts himself into Johnny's life. Johnny was dating a girl named Allie. We all know who Allie is. Anyone who's seen the original movie. And then they weren't. And suddenly he comes up over a hill with his buddies, and there's Allie talking to a guy.
Yes. See, in the original scene, if you go back and watch it, all he wanted to do was talk to Allie.
That's right. All he wanted to do was talk. And you hear one of his buddies say, she broke up with him. He didn't break up with her.
Mm-hmm.
So in his mind, they're still dating. This is his girlfriend. This is the girl that he wants to make up with. And now she's hanging out with another dude.
Yeah. Technically, he didn't come looking for a fight, which I think a lot of people forget. They all just think, oh, you know, Johnny was a jerk. He picked on Daniel for no reason. But yeah, as you say, if you look at it from Johnny's perspective, he's just come to talk to who he thinks is still his girlfriend. And she's getting friendly with this new person who he's never met, this stranger.
Yes. And Robert Pearson. So what Johnny thinks is true from a certain point of view. Yeah. What I love about Cobra Kai is it makes them both. It makes them both. Bird of prey by Johnny did nothing wrong. Daniel inserted himself into the argument he was having with Allie. Johnny is obviously defensive and angry because Allie's just shrugging him off. Mm-hmm. Even when he gives her radio back, he's like, "You'll talk to me." Yes. He hands it back to her. She grins evilly. You know, she gets that little evil grin on her face, like, I got my way, and then turns her music up.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he grabs it and breaks it. Superior hero reviews. Cobra Kai never dies. No, it does not. Strike hard, strike first, no mercy. Enemy deserves no mercy. Justice for Johnny, the other Johnny. Team Johnny forever. Cancel Allie. Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you carry on down that road and you kind of look at it from Johnny's perspective, Allie was being pretty mean to him. She was disrespecting him in front of his friends, and he, as you say, he was already defensive and confused about what was going on.
Yeah.
And then Daniel decides to step in.
And Daniel gets his ass kicked. But not before popping Johnny in the nose and really pissing him off, because I think he was going to leave him alone. That was it. And then he says, you know, later it's like he sucker punched him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to Johnny, that was like a huge low blow. You face off in the ring. You don't take cheap shots. And then it was on. After that, it was on. He kicks Daniel like 3 times, leaves him laying. Nobody wants anything to do with Daniel. Johnny's like, lesson has been taught, end of lesson. And then Daniel asks for it. They are having the costume party at the high school. And you see one of Johnny's friends come in, one of his Cobra Kai buddies. And he's like, "You got that number ready yet, Johnny?" And of course, we all know what he was talking about. He was in the bathroom rolling one. And Daniel decides to be a little shit and spray water all over Johnny. He takes a hose that is hooked up to one of the sinks, puts it up in the rafters above Johnny in the stall that Johnny's in, and then turns on the water and runs. And they chase him down, and Johnny's beating the shit out of him when his buddy, the one that was dying in the hospital, is like, "Leave him alone, man. He's had enough. Johnny, I'll decide when he's had enough." Mm-hmm. And that's when Mr. Miyagi pops out. He pops out out of nowhere, beats the shit out of all 5 of the Cobra Kai kids.
And yes. I suppose it is worth pointing out at that point it was 5-on-1.
Yes, it was 5-on-1. They were holding Daniel up. Daniel couldn't even stand on his own. They were still holding him up. And Johnny's friend was right. He'd had enough.
Yes.
Leave him alone. He's had enough. And Johnny didn't want to listen. And that's what got Johnny into all the shit that followed. And that's what all this is about, looking at it from both of their points of view. In a way, both of them are right and both of them are wrong. Daniel looks at it like he was just a victim and had to fight his way into gaining some respect. Johnny looks at it like the guy came in out of nowhere, tried taking my girl. I wasn't going to let that happen. Guys don't just kneel. I can respect that. And let someone move in on their girlfriend, and then it's on like Donkey Kong. Both of them are wrong and both of them are right. And MB Geek Loki, I enjoy how Johnny tells Miguel his point of view, and it's not bullshit. Yeah, Daniel was being a jerk. He was some out of town jerk that was there for senior year, and he's not wrong. He isn't. If you look at it from both sides, hold on. Yeah. Robert Pearson, a grown man beating up children. What kind of movie is this? Oh, Mexican Iron Man is throwing down Daniel. No, he's not an SJW. He's not a soy boy. He wins the All Valley. He beats Johnny. He goes out there with a busted knee after Miyagi does his quick hand magic. He goes out there and beats Johnny. No.
Yes, and probably one of the most famous scenes at the end of the movie, the crane kick.
The crane kick, if done correctly, cannot defend. We all know that's not true, though.
Yes.
Yeah, Mexican Iron Man Daniel is a cheater. and yeah, Johnny looks at it like that, an illegal kick. Lord Thoth, wasn't Daniel the bad guy in these movies? In a way, they both were.
In the way they both are, yeah, especially in the first movie, because Johnny obviously takes out Daniel's knee in what's an illegal move. He should have been disqualified for that, but they just do it as a
warning.
Warning, yeah.
But the fact that it's true, it's all of it, all of it, no matter which way you look at it, both people are right and both people are wrong. Daniel got his ass kicked. Daniel came back and trained with Miyagi. And that of course, is some of that's some of the best parts of that original movie is the training. When he's paint the fence, sand the floor, wax on, wax off.
Yes. I love that scene when the penny finally drops what he's actually been teaching him this whole time, the defense. He just thinks he's, getting him to do these ridiculous chores that mean nothing. He's about ready to quit. He wanted to learn karate, and he thinks that Miyagi's just been jerking him along.
And then he realizes, holy shit, he has taught through muscle memory how to defend myself, not attack, but everything I need to know about defense, he's taught me. Everything he needed to know about defending himself, Miyagi taught him. They were teenagers. Hormones are to blame for all of their actions. No, you got to take responsibility. And they do that. There is a wonderful scene in season 2 where they're riding around in that Dodge Challenger. Yes, that beautiful Dodge Challenger. And they're talking and they kind of realize that it's not as black and white as they make it out to be, either one of them.
Did you like the way that they started, at least the first season, where they basically flipped the roles of Daniel and Johnny, where Daniel's obviously the huge success and he's grown to be, he's very rich now, whereas Johnny is basically one step above being homeless.
Yes, I absolutely love that. Daniel is now the owner of multiple car dealerships, and Johnny is living in the old Reseda apartments. that Daniel lived in when the 1st
Mhm.
movie started. MB Geek Let's Talk says Loki, what they did was right, was honor the past, was respectful to the legacy characters, and as the new characters rise in prominence, you care for them. Now that is writing. And Gun Bunny, who says Miyagi didn't teach him that? Who says
Mhm.
Miyagi didn't teach him that? Daniel just doesn't know yet that Miyagi taught him that. That's the wonderful thing about the Karate Kid. That's the wonderful thing about Miyagi. Miyagi teaches without you realizing he teaches. And when Daniel tries to do that, he's not effective.
Yes.
And that's another lesson. You're not Miyagi. Don't try and be Miyagi. Be your own master. Be your own sensei. Miyagi did what he did because that's the way he did it. Daniel has to understand that he needs to take on that role his way, not
Mhm.
Miyagi's way.
Yes, and the same goes for Johnny with obviously the Cobra Kais because of his sensei. He's learned from his past how not to be, I think, or at least he's tried not to emulate how he was taught because the original sensei was such a jerk to him.
And he's a jerk. He's a jerk, but he I think the difference is Johnny's sensei, his master, did not give a shit about those kids.
Mhm.
When it came down to it, he strangled Johnny in two. Miyagi taught him a lesson, and he still hasn't learned it.
Yeah, second place is just first loser to the
Yeah.
sensei. You either win or you don't.
Or you're nothing. And that's not what Johnny teaches those kids.
Mhm.
Johnny's hard. Johnny is a jerk. When he sends those dogs after those kids, and he's like, run, when he puts them in the concrete mixer, Johnny is a dick, but he genuinely wants to turn those kids into something they can be proud of.
Yes. And the character that you were talking and telling me about was Hawk.
Yes. Oh man. Hawk was the classic. I'm a dork. I only hang out with these two people. I've only got two friends in the world. No confidence. And then he sees Miguel kick the shit out of those guys in the lunchroom, and he's like, I want to do that. I want to do that. Project Storytime. I've taken some martial arts. A kick is useless. It's no, just don't be there. Don't be there. If a kick is coming at you, don't be there when it gets there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to block it. Just don't be there. Kicking is so telegraphed. Just don't be there. Do not be there when it gets there. I think Miyagi even don't be there. Best defense, don't be there when punch gets there.
But he even did that at the end of the very first movie when he's squaring off against the sensei. He just casually sidesteps and he puts his hand through the car window.
Yep, he just dies. Yeah, don't be there. Most effective block, don't be there. Robert Pearson, I love that first fight in season 1 when Johnny does a kick and realizes he hasn't stretched for 30 years. Yeah, he grabs his groin. He's like, oh, son of a bitch. Spoiled Quinn Baby Doll. Loki should put some sweats in the store. I want a pair of black sweats with the dragon as a designer logo on the front. Loki will be bigger brand than MK. Thank you, Spoiled Quinn Baby Doll. And a $9.99 super chat from Adega Outlaw. You can tell when Mexican Iron Man is recovering. The trash talk resumes right where it left off. Beware, world. Mexican Iron Man has returned. Oh, shit. Thank you so very much. Adega Outlaw, guys. Thank you so very much for the $9.99 super chat. And score!
and I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
You guys keep the fires burning, Bite and Valhalla. Thank you so very much, Adega Outlaw. Go, brother. And Latino Slant, good morning. So much to love about this show. One big element of, I don't know what else you were going to say, Latino. Throw the rest of it in there. I'll read it. Oh, man. The way they honor the characters, the way they honor the story, the way they honor what came before it, that is what matters. That is what matters. And gonna go watch Pulp Fiction now. It was one of the best Tarantino movies ever made, if not the best. In Project Storytime, Loki, when is Loki going to sweatpants with a Loki tramp stamp on the back asking for a friend? Never.
Never. Hopefully.
No. You need a Cobra Kai super chat. Thank you. Okay. All right. You want a Cobra Kai super chat? We'll have one tomorrow when Mexican Iron Man comes on. I'll be more than happy to do that. Did Latino Slant ever? No. If Latino Slant, if you got anything else to say, I don't know if you got cut off. I don't know, but I'll be more than happy to answer it if you do. Throw it out there. Yeah, no dragon on each cheek. No. Yeah, Ezekiel 25:17. Yes, Crimson Mist. The way they left season 2, everything switched. You know, you had at the end of season 1, you had the Cobra Kai's kind of, we won the All Valley.
Mm-hmm.
We won the All Valley. We're back. Then John Kreese shows up, the old sensei for Cobra Kai.
Yes, that was such a good entrance.
Yeah. Yes, the man in the shadows smoking his stogie.
Looks like he hasn't aged in the past, what?
No.
34 years? 35
no, he looked
years?
great. He looked fucking great in that. And Latino Slant, I was trying to say, for me, is the role of fathers, conventional and unconventional. The show touches on which is absent in many shows nowadays. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The relationship with Johnny and his son, the relationship with Daniel and his daughter, the relationship with Johnny and Miguel. It is very mentor, student, father, son, father, daughter. What it means to be a teacher, what it means to pass on to the next generation what you've learned. Teresa Pearson is brilliant. The Cobra Kai is a season 3. Now we need Warriors season 3 for more kick-ass action. Yes.
I think also it's how people can learn from their past mistakes and grow. And I think it proves that nobody is all bad or all good. They were very good at kind of having a grey area, especially with the 2 main characters. You know, Johnny isn't just the bad guy and Daniel's not just the hero, depending on which way you look at it, and especially the way that each of their lives has kind of played out, and since the end of, you know, when they were kids to this point where they're adults, and to see the paths that they each took in life, I think they did it very well. You know, and that we've got a 3rd season is brilliant. It's something to look forward to in 2021.
Yes. Leave 2020 behind you and kickstart your way in 2021 with Cobra Kai. I'm absolutely for that. I am absolutely positively for that. Leave all this shit behind us and start 2021 with a bang and watch Cobra Kai. I was saying the way they ended season 2, everything switched. You went from these kids that joined Cobra Kai because they were getting picked on. They were the geeks. They were the dorks. They were the kids that couldn't defend themselves, turned into a group of bullies.
Mm-hmm.
Miguel lost his way, and the ending scenes where you see Miguel falling off of that ledge and hitting his back on the stairs and possibly paralyzed.
Mm.
He may never walk again. We don't know. We saw the preview. I just recently saw the preview for season 3. I think that this is gonna rock. It's
I
gonna
do
rock.
too. Yeah, I think they've hit on a winning formula, and if they can keep the writing as strong as it has been in the past 2 seasons, season 3 should be just fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I wanted more at the end of season 2. I heard that YouTube may drop the show. And then when I heard Netflix picked it up, I was like, well, someone saved it.
Yes.
And here's the weird thing. No one wanted this show. No one wanted this show. They did not want a show with guys kicking ass and taking names. They didn't want anything to do with the 80s. YouTube picked it up. YouTube paid for it. YouTube brought this to life. And then, after it became a hit, Netflix picked it up. Project Storytime. I've only seen the first episode. I no longer have Netflix. Neither do I, but I'm going to watch it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I saw, it looked like a solid show. It is. It is a very, very, very kick-ass show. It's a solid show, and I can't wait to see more.
It is, yeah. And as you said at the start, we're just so glad that they managed to bring back all of the original cast, because it means so much more to see them. Where they could have been recast and it probably would have worked, but it just the back and forth between the 2 actors, you feel that the rivalry is real.
It is.
So well.
It is. I can't. Oh my God. I can't believe I can't think of. Almost close that out. Wow. Almost kicked myself off my own show. I don't know. It's not Pat Morita because I'm trying to think of the actor's name. The kid that played Daniel, Ralph Macchio. Okay.
Yeah. Ralph
Macchio hated the fact that he's the Karate Kid. He did for a long time. It bugged him and it bugged him and it bugged him. And it wasn't until about 5 or 6 years ago that he said, you know what? I am the Karate Kid.
Mm-hmm.
I am the Karate Kid. That's who I am. There were clips from a couple of other movies where holy shit, it's the Karate Kid, and he's like drunk and beats the shit out of some guy, and you're like, wow, really? Really? And the guy that they've done interviews forever. Martin Kove, the guy who plays John Kreese, William Zabka, the guy who plays Johnny Lawrence, even Pat Morita, they've done interviews for years about what it was like, how it worked. And I think Johnny was the first time when William Zabka said, no, I'm not the bad guy. I'm the guy that, and that's the way I always saw it. I'm the guy that had this new kid come in from nowhere and try and steal my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I was just defending my honor and my girlfriend, and I was like, wow, you know what? He's got a point.
Yes, and I think they could have probably kind of in the original film kind of brought that forward a little bit more, and people would have been a little bit more sympathetic to Johnny, because you watch the film, you think, oh, Johnny's just a jerk, he's just beating Daniel for no particular reason. But when you kind of look into it, why?
Yes.
Yeah, Daniel's not so innocent.
No, Daniel is not so innocent at all.
And he was a cocky character anyway. You know, he wasn't some little mousy character that didn't want to get involved. You know, he wasn't sitting off to himself, minding his own business. He was mouthy, and he did, as you say, escalate things by pouring water over him.
Yeah. Yes. And I don't know about Elizabeth Shue, Robert Pearson, but I do know that Tamlin Tomita, the girl who played Kumiko, will be back. I do know that. And I do know that Sato's son will return.
Okay, that is cool.
So we're gonna start getting people from other movies. So we're gonna start getting people coming in from Karate Kid 2. Will we get anyone from 3? I don't know, but 3 sucked anyway. So we've got a huge cast. If Elizabeth Shue comes back, I heard she was going to be the neurosurgeon that's going to help Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know though. We don't know. That could have been her on the phone. It could have been his mom. It could have been anybody. We won't know until it's on. So I can't wait. I can't wait for this. I don't know about you, Purple, but I can't wait to see this.
I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm going to rewatch the first 2 seasons before the 3rd season drops, just so I've got it fresh in my mind.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch. I've got this beautiful metal case edition of the first Karate Kid, and it has the Cobra Kai, like laser cut into the cover of the movie. So you got the Cobra in silver and black on the metal case of the first movie. Then I'm gonna watch Karate Kid 2, and then I'm gonna watch through the first 2 seasons before the new season comes out. Will it be dropping all at once or weekly? It's on Netflix, so I'm betting dollars to donuts it'll all come out at the same time.
Yeah, Netflix have a tendency to just kind of drop it and then move on to the next thing.
So we will have a review. Would you like to come back for the review?
I'd love to.
Okay. Paulie over at Latino Slant, I would love to have you on for this too, brother. I would love to have you on for a review of this. If you can make it one morning. I would love to if that's cool with you, Purple, get the 3 of us in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, Paulie over at Latino Slant teaches martial arts. I would love to have him on here if you can make it, Paulie. If you can't, don't worry about it, brother. It's just if you can, great. If you can't, I understand. But would love to have you on. I can't wait to watch this. Mexican Iron Man just threw us another $9.99 super chat, and he says, "Okay, maybe it's the morning paid med speaking. However, I have a special invitation. Is one of the Valkyries wants to come over and sweep the leg." Sweep the leg of Mexican Iron Man. XO. Hugs and kisses. LOL. Thank you so very much. We'll see if let's see what I got here. You know what? Well, we will go with Mexican Iron Man Rage. All right. Thank you so very much for your $9.99 super chat, Mexican Iron Man. Skol! A nuclear bomb for Mexican Iron Man. And Latino Slant says, "I'm in. Let's do it."
Awesome.
Sweep the chicken leg right before it goes into the burrito. So, guys, we will have Mexican Iron Man's return on Taco Tuesday here on Mornings of Mischief tomorrow. Thank you so very much for being here, Purple. Thank you so very much, chat, for being here and hanging out with us this morning. It has been you know what? It flies. Time flies when you're having fun. It really, really does, because I can talk about STD and it feels like I've been on for 5 hours. I talk about something I like and I blink and it's over.
Yes. How refreshing is it to have something to look forward to, though?
Yes, it's like those Fridays with the Mandalorian, except we only got one of those left. Everyone take care. We will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to catch the Valkyries in 1 hour. Thank you, Purple, for being here. Thank you, Chat, so very much for everything. Keeping the home fires burning bright, each and every one of you. Thank you. You're still here. It's over. It's over. Go have breakfast. Go have lunch. Go have dinner. The show's over. Go. Shoo. Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.